Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Sneaky G from Sneaky Universe once again. Today we'll be going through the 13th mission of the Socom 4 campaign countdown. This will be an elite mission playthrough, and just to let you know right off the bat, this is by far the hardest mission of the game. So this one will really test your patience and your skill. So to start out, just have your blue team take cover behind that log on the right. Get ready for these guys that rush over here from the right side. There's also some on the left. Try to take cover on this left over here by the stairs. Try to watch both ways. They can either come out that left archway or the right way. Always have your team help you target whenever possible, just so they can take them down quicker. Don't be afraid of prone down over here on the left. And just be ready for any of these guys that do manage to rush up and get really close. Just continue to go for those headshots, take them down quickly. Remain in cover as much as possible. Try not to actually use cover over here, even though it's not really a good spot to use it in. Alright, now that this area appears to be all clear, just start to proceed forward. Have your team regroup right up with you. Then just go down here to the right, head through this doorway. Go immediately over here to the right, slowly. Watch out for these guards that are up here on the top here. Every team try to target them before you expose yourself and they notice you. Just try to keep moving slowly behind these rocks and trees over here. Try to send your team up over here, the blue team first. Alright, and then just have your team target them. They'll probably notice you, so just start to engage right away. And then just be cautious of anybody else that rushes up from below. Just let your team be bullet sponges for you, just so they can distract them for you while you pop out and take care of them. And then start to rush up. Try to get any more final shots off on them. Have your team regroup and start to move forward. Reach a checkpoint. Okay, now this area will likely be pretty annoying, although it's not even close to the hardest on this level. So to set up, have your gold team take cover behind the log on the right, blue team behind the ruins over here on the left with you. Target the two guards that walk across the road first, and then just move up here for this doorway and just get ready for a pretty large gunfight. Definitely don't expose yourself too much. The second you do, your screen will completely turn red. Alright, so just continue to fire, go for those headshots, have your teams target anybody that they can efficiently take out if they have a good vantage point on them. Just be cautious of guys that are rushing from the back, from the top of the road. Be very cautious of those grenades. Some of them will probably come through the doorway, although most of them will stay on the inside because they absolutely suck at throwing them. Just continue to dodge them. Get ready for large numbers of them rushing up at the same time. Just continue to pop out. Go for those headshots. Keep your smoke at the ready for any of your teammates that drop down and they need help. Definitely take advantage of this window right here. This will help you get a lot of kills pretty easily. Toss some smoke down just so your teammates can help them out. It's better not to be in the cover system because the cover forces you to expose yourself more than you need to. So just try to kind of round the corners like this. Just keep going back and forth to and tapping the trigger to take down the enemies better. And there should only be a couple more at the most left over, so just continue to get ready for them. Alright, after the area appears to be clear, just start moving up. Make sure your team's all set. Send them up first. Have your blue team go up in the lead. Have gold team go up a little bit behind them. Move cautiously and slowly. There are rocket guys up at the top. Try to have your team move up and take them down so you don't have to expose yourself and have to do this annoying part over again. Watch out for the sniper up to the top right. Try to have your team target them if you can spot them from cover. Then just move down along this left path here. Find your first intel on the level just below this statue. And then try to pick off anybody you can spot from over here on the left by flanking them. After it's all clear, just have your team regroup and continue moving along the road. Reach another checkpoint. Have your teams move up first. There are another group of enemies coming up right over here. This one's a much smaller group. There's a sniper mixed into the bunch. Try to take cover over here on the left. And there is a turret, so of course light that up as quickly as possible. Make that your priority. Don't be afraid to toss any grenades in case you need to, although it's better to save them for the next area. Shoot the vehicles so they explode to help weaken the remaining guys left. Pick off that sniper up there in the outpost. Try to send your team up behind the destroyed vehicle now that it's safe. Then after these last couple of guys are taken care of, it'll be safe to start moving ahead. So just pick that last guy off there. Alright, now just head up the hill here. And get ready for this area. This area is definitely pretty difficult. Although once you get used to it, it'll be much easier to handle. Reach a checkpoint. Alright, so to start out, just move up here. Have your gold team take cover behind that wall there. Have blue team take cover to the left of them there. And then you want to rush immediately over here. Dive behind this building here. Okay, now there are several turrets down here, so they're the primary objective. Just expose yourself just enough to try to take them out. Definitely don't be afraid to throw grenades, and there are exploding barrels down there as well, so try to target them. They'll help take down the turrets efficiently, and they'll also take care of the enemy sentries down there as well. Definitely dodge the missiles that the missile turrets fire at you. Just as soon as you see one coming at you, just get behind the building. Preferably you want to have your teammates engaging so that it targets them mostly. Just not enough to kill them, of course. And just keep lighting them up one by one, take them all down. Then after the turrets are all taken care of, next thing you want to do is just get rid of the last remaining guards. Don't be afraid to have your team go up. Have your blue team move ahead. Have your gold team stay somewhat above behind them. Just move over to the right over here so you have a better vantage point. And then just keep popping up. Take these shots efficiently. No need to risk losing all the progress that we've made up to this point yet. Sometimes they'll hide over there behind the boxes on the left. Sometimes they'll hide in the tent to the right of this. Just have your teammates target them so you don't have to expose yourself too much. Then once you know the area is clear for sure, just head over to the right over here. Right over by this forklift, we'll find the second intel of the level just on top of these boxes. Start heading up the road further. And then just get ready for another difficulty area coming up here. There's a sniper rifle passing by right about now in case you need it. Reach the checkpoint here. Sniper rifle is not a bad idea for this point. There are several enemies and this will mostly be a distance battle that you'll be facing up here. So just move slowly up here. Have gold team take cover on the left here. You want to be in this position here. Have blue team take cover on the right. And focus on the people that are up above on this wall here. Definitely have your teammates target them. Don't let this wall get in your way. This will definitely prevent you from targeting them. So just keep having them target them. If you don't, then your teammates will definitely die too quickly and this part will just become a complete nightmare. Try to take down those rocket guys quickly because they are of course the most dangerous, as they always are. And be very cautious of the snipers. As soon as you see those red lasers, get back into cover immediately. Just continue to make sure your teammates are the ones that are taking the fire. They'll very likely die in this area, so keep your smoke very handy here. Toss it as soon as your teammates drop down, and be very cautious of these guys that just rush right down the middle. Watch out for grenades that they toss. Just try to pick them off with headshots as quickly as possible. They'll very likely need to be taken care of before you can actually take down the rocket guys, because you'll have to expose yourself to them before you can see the rockets. So just continue the same strategy. Don't expose yourself more than you need to. When this situation pops up here, just toss smoke at them and revive them yourself. It's very risky to do, but it's something that needs to be done. You want to make sure your teammates are up and helping you as much as possible. That way you won't get overrun in this area. That's the key to this part. And it can also work in your favor to take this left path down here, try to use it to your advantage. Although this area on the right's the best way because you can't switch shoulders and you always want to make sure cover's on your left and you're poking out from the right. So just continue to engage these last couple enemies. Get those guys up on the wall, the rocket men. Alright, and don't be afraid to have your teammates move up. You can move up too pretty easily at this point once there's only a few guys left. Just try to get into a better position where you can take down these last guys, because that last area wasn't very good at all for these ones. Alright, so just continue to survey the landscape. Preferably send your teammates up first to take any last bullets that are remaining. Let's take down the last couple of guys here. Alright, now just head to this big archway indicated by the white markers straight ahead. Definitely send your teammates up there first, because there are sometimes enemies that will be just immediately to the right up there. And that would suck to get all the way through this part and to die right before you get to another checkpoint. That very likely will happen, so just trying to help you avoid that situation. Alright, reach the checkpoint, it appears to be all clear. Just start moving up around here. There will be several enemies rushing through a doorway just to the right up here. Good spot for you to take cover behind is one on the left. You can have your blue team take cover on the left as well. Have your gold team take cover on this wall. Or you could take cover here too. Just toss grenades down into the doorway to help eliminate the problem before they come through. Try to weaken them up. Definitely have your teammates target them. Be very cautious of the guys with the shotguns, especially because this is close quarters. You will very likely be killed immediately. Move around the corners very slowly. And now that it's all clear, just make sure your teammates are all set. And then continue to move forward. Just follow the white markers. Go very slowly. There may be some stragglers in here somewhere. Alright, once you reach this point, get another checkpoint. Okay, now have blue team take cover back there, behind that wall. Have gold team take cover just in front of you right here. And then several enemies will be spawning on the opposite side of the room, just ahead. They won't actually start coming until you go into the room. So let your teammates take cover first. Then you just rush over here, take cover behind this wall. Start tossing grenades back there immediately. That will help take care of the problem quite a bit here. Try to time your grenade just right so that it will take down as many as possible. And then pop out and take those headshots as much as possible. Always have your teammates continue to target these guys here. Be especially cautious of those shotgun guys. Just remain in cover as much as possible. This area can be a little bit tricky. It's not really the hardest part of this mission. That comes at the very end, as you'll see. Try to line up your headshots before you actually pop out too. That's always a very good strategy to use, especially on elite. Just continue taking those guys down. Getting very close to the last wave of enemies here. And of course your teammates will probably decide to be Rambo and rush out in the open. Just watch out for these RPG guys. Don't be afraid to use smoke in case you need it to help your teammates out. Just rush over and help up any of them that probably were dropped during this engagement. And then once it's all clear, you can find the third and final intel of the level right here on your left on this table. Just grab that and then start to move up here. Try to have your team go in this doorway first, just in case there are any stragglers left in there. Can never be too cautious on elite. Run around and try to pick up ammo off the dead bodies. And any grenades as well, those will come in very, very good use up here in this last area. That's going to be a complete nightmare. So now that it's clear, just rush out this doorway here, just head up these stairs, have your team regroup, reach a checkpoint. Now very important, before you go up these last set of stairs over here to your left, go in this doorway to the right and grab the blood orange Tarocco just on this ledge over here. On top of the wall, just grab that. Now it's safe to head up the stairs. Get ready for a guy that's right over here in front of the missile. Just take care of him really quick. Your objective here is to stop enemies from rushing up here to launch the missile. So you want to take cover behind this wall, have your gold team take cover on the farthest wall to the right, have your blue team take cover in between the two of you. And then just get ready, there's several enemies rushing from all directions in this area. There'll be some rushing through ahead from that building, that doorway there. There'll be several rushing over there from the right. This first group will only come through the doorway in the middle. And later there'll also be some coming from the left. There'll be rocket guys on top of the middle building. There'll be snipers. Here's the first couple of snipers. Have gold team take care of them. There's one inside the building there on the top floor. There's another one on the top right building. Very important that you have your teammates continue to target these guys quickly and efficiently, so they could take these guys down. Now these rocket guys, you want to take them down quickly. They do control the spawns of the other enemies. And the rocket guys will spawn as soon as all the guys that rush from the right side are dead. They won't rush before that. Alright, once they're taken care of, just focus on having your teammates target these guys. Now, your teammates will very likely rush out in the open because they like to think they're Rambo, as you've probably realized in the elite difficulty mode by now. So you really have to kind of work around that. Just keep your smoke at the ready. Try not to worry too much about them if they drop, unless all of them are dead and nobody can revive them. Always take down these shotgun guys. These are the most dangerous aside from the rocket guys. Alright, just continue to focus on them. Always take down the rocket guys first so the spawns will be controlled. If you let them survive too long, too many guys will rush out, and there's a good chance that you'll end up getting a mission failure and have to redo this part over again. And this part is by far the most annoying in the entire campaign. Alright, so just keep the strategy going. You can see that gold team thought it was a good idea to rush up for some reason, and that's why they're very likely going to die in this situation. Try to time your grenades so that you're throwing them at the perfect opportunity to take down the most enemies as possible. Keep your eyes open for any guys that manage to actually get up to the top. And it's extremely important that you keep your ears open for your teammates, indicating that there's a enemy trying to launch the missile in case they somehow snuck by you. Because if one of them manages to pull it off, then the mission will automatically be over. Now just continue to pick off any guys that are remaining. There still are several around here. Once you get to the point where there's only one guy left over there, just be very cautious. You don't want to get this far once again and have to redo this ridiculous part over again. So just have your teammates move up. Try to move over slowly just so you can just barely get in sights on them to take them down quickly. Continue to be very cautious. Try to get that headshot as quickly as you can. After the last guy's taken care of, that'll be the end of the mission. Thanks once again for tuning in to another Sneaky Universe production. This time we went through the 13th mission of the Socom 4 campaign countdown. Be sure to check out our official website at sneakyuniverse.com. And remember everybody, keep it sneaky.